Hey everyone, it's Mary Louise here from East Coast Stamping with Mary Louise, and I am going to finally get around to using my new stamp from the 2024-2025 annual catalog. I've just had so much going on that I actually haven't had a chance to play. So we're going to use the Leaf Collection stamp set, and we're going to bring in some help from Heartfelt Hexagon, this bundle. So let's get started. We're going to do some heat embossing. So I'm going to use my Stamping Buddy to demagnetize my piece of Whisper White, and I also have a scrap of Old Olive, and I'll do the other piece. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with this yet, but I will, while I'm in the process, I might as well do it. All right. So, oops, I forgot my Versamark. So, I have my Versamark here. So, the Leaf Collection is a background stamp. So, I'm going to ink it up with the Versamark. Go over it a few times so it's nice and juicy. I'm just going to bring that up a little bit. Now I'm going to put that down onto my stamp and just rub over it. I could have put it on, excuse me, I could have put it on my large block, but sometimes this is just as easy. If you still happen to have, oh, now I can't remember what it's called, Stamparatus, you could certainly use that as well. I just rub it over to make sure that I have everything I need. And then I'm going to pick it up. Now you probably can't see, oh, okay, yes, you can see the image because there's no color to the Versamark, so you can see the leaves. So I'm just going to do one at a time. I'll be doing good to get that. So I'm going to use some of the white powder. Guess it's time to fill up my container. So as you can see, I'm using lots. So just give it a few taps. You have to remember that with Versamark and heat embossing, it is not forgivable for whatever you want. Has to be the first round. Took me a bit to really catch on to how to do embossing well. And now I just think it's so magical. All right, actually I'm going to, oh, I didn't get any stamp blocks ready. Okay, I'm really out of touch today. So I'm going to ink up with Versamark the piece of the sentiment for the front, which is going to be on the Old Olive. And we might as well do this too, since I'm in the mess. So this is the sentiment for the inside that says, sending you lots of love and hugs. And then when I'm all done, I can just put it all away. Okay, perfect. So, that will be tidied after. I just didn't want to be here with that wide open and having the heat tool go, because you can imagine what that would be like. All right, so now I'm going to bring in my heat tool. So some people might find this as exhilarating as watching paint dry, but I think it's so cool to watch the transformation, not of paint drying, but of this melting. It's so cool. And you can always tell when it's not melted because it still looks like powder. And so you want to make sure that you get it nice and completed. And just move it around a little bit. Don't hold it in one spot, or you could potentially burn it. There it goes. There are the leaves. You can see it spreading. It's so cool to watch. It's taking me a lot too because this is such a large stamp. The leaves are very large. There's a lot of powder there. So, note to self, as you can see, I've made a little bit of an indent on my paper there, so we'll just cover that up with either a gem or the sentiment. No worries. I'll quickly change that over because there's a little bit of stuff there. All right, so now we're going to have some fun. We're going to emboss, resist embossed. So I have Old Olive and Lemon Lime Twist. And a couple of my, I just threaded that wrong. A couple of my brushes, my blending brushes. So now I'm just going to add some color. So let's start with the Lemon Lime Twist. Let's see what we're going to come up with. Okay, just a spot over here in the corner. That could have been messy. There. Much better. I just didn't quite catch the corner. So now we're just going to add some color, and I really don't have a plan. I am just going to put some color on. I don't know the difference in leaves, whether they're supposed to be light or dark, and if somebody else did, then certainly you could color accordingly. And I probably could have or should have maybe Googled that. All right, now I'm going to, oh, I know what's on that, the gold leafing. There is not on that one. Couldn't figure out what was coming off of my brush. It was gold leafing. Okay, so this is Old Olive, and I think I'll do some of these bigger leaves. And that's the beauty of using the blending brushes, is that your paper is your canvas. You can just do as you wish. If you don't like it, you can kind of blend in another color to offset it. Okay, that one's cool. So, sorry, by doing this, it's kind of shaking the table. So for that, I apologize. Now, once you've got it done, and if you don't quite care for the outer edges, or if you didn't quite catch it all with the Versamark and the stamp, you could always trim down what you don't like. All right, I'm going to go back in with this and add a little bit more color because there's a little bit too much white. It's so nice to see because there's a lot, excuse me, the leaves are starting to come out on the trees well, the lawns are getting green, so we finally are getting some color after a long winter. So it's really nice to get some nice colors, some spring and summer-like colors. All right, so I am also going to do where I heat emboss that, you really can't see it, so I'm going to add a little bit of background color here. Normally when I make a card, I always like to complete the inside, as any of my followers would know. And lots of times it's just a strip of designer series paper. Well, I'm not using DSP today. Now, I could have made my front piece a little bit bigger and then took a slice off of that to put on here, but this will be nice too. It's just a little something to soften it. Okay. I like that. Close enough so you can see it. All right, so I think we're done with that. And yeah, I got a little bit of leafing. I'm going to have to tidy that up. I used my brushes for that last. And I got that off the track, so that's going to have to be a hubby help me thing. All right, so it's nice and raised too. Let me get my punch, and we will get that out of the way. I never thought I'd have that much trouble lining up a punch. There we go. All right, so that's done. Start putting together some of our things here. So using my Stampin Seal, let's get that card ahead of the horse. So I just have a card base here of Old Olive, 4 1/4 by 11. And let's fold it in 2, and then get a little bit of the press. All right. There. That's nice. I like that. This is soft. All right. Now, let's see what we're going to do. This is some of the Bakers Twine Essentials Pack. So, that looks like very vanilla. We'll use that. So, I'm just going to, sorry, that was out of camera view. I'm just putting a little bit of adhesive there, and I am just going to add some twine. Now, no, I need to have a little bit bigger loops, loop-de-loops. Okay. Put that aside. Look at that, we're almost there. A couple of our dimensionals on the back of our sentiment. They're off. I like having everything right around me as I work. If you could only see the space after. Holy smokes. But it won't take me long to tidy up. And yes, I am a tidy up after each one. There's that little pokey mark that I made with my tweezers to hold down my project is now covered. All right, so now add a little bit of adhesive. Okay, I'm thinking that this is, I didn't measure, I just grabbed out of my box, but I'm thinking this might be a little bit bigger than 4 1/4. And it is. That's funny. Oopsie. Easy fix. Just like that. Oh, that's much better. There, that fits. I wondered why it was a little funky when I put the insert in. All right, so now let's put, let me see. You know what? Oh, there's no flowers. I don't think butterflies go where there's no flowers. Let's put some rhinestones. I'll spit out my words here in a second. And grab my Tick You Pick tool. And there it is. Isn't that pretty? Now some people, I don't know if I should attempt this or not, actually wipe off. Yeah, okay, look at that. So because it's resisted, the color just kind of laid on top of where I heat embossed. You can swipe over it to remove the color, so then it's white on the colored background. I actually have never done that before. I would probably do it again, but before I put the sentiment on. So all you're doing is wiping it off of where the embossing is done. Now, I wouldn't call that clean, but I kind of like it the way that it is. There. So I tried something new today, too. So there is that. So we used the Heartfelt Hexagon and the Leaf Collection. Thanks for stopping by. Give me a thumbs up if you liked my video. If you haven't already subscribed, hit the little subscribe button so that way you'll be alerted the next time that I post a video. And yeah, thanks again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.